Okay. Time for a billion side quests. Oh my god, there's so many. Let's talk to Uncle Byrie first.
Hmm?
Three's company. Come and knock on my door.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many.
Oh my god, these are
But
going to be
in my
all so
estimation,
long, aren't
there
they?
are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I
Eugen?
thought he was
I'm
retired.
gonna call him Eugene.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you
Okay,
personally.
so this is like
Havel has
the
always been a
finance
man
guy
of
from the very beginning of the game
frustratingly rigid principle.
who was talking
And
to
he has
Hugo.
certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
No, just let me go already.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Okay. One down. Jesus, Bubba. No. No. Get away from the PS5. Get away from the PS5. Get away from the PS5. Oh my good God, buddy. Hi. Don't rub on the PS5, please. You're gonna hear a crashing noise any minute, and the stream will stop because Bubba's going to knock everything off the desk. Oh, he laid down. Oh, he's taking the Switch down with him. Okay, there goes the Switch. Okay. Who needs it? Switch 2's coming out soon. We don't need the normal Switch anymore.
What What do you think happened to Miss Middledore? I heard she was kicked out of the university.
What does that mean?
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said, in the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you from Stonear.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around
I
Miss
didn't break it.
Middledore's
She's the one that rammed the
inventions.
bitch.
Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the
I had nothing
Enterprise,
to do with the
you
Enterprise
just
being
put it back
broken, by the
together,
way.
couldn't you?
She rammed it into the
Who's gonna
castle,
put
not
Miss
me.
Middledore back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
I mean, I may cry because there's 4,000 side quests to do, but besides that... Okay, I mean... I kind of want to accept them all and then figure out what I'm doing. Dude, there's even the Alliant reports. I wonder how many side quests opened around the world.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
Yeah, why not?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Okay.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Clive, we can teleport. Calm down. Wait, Joshua has a side quest to do? Bro, what?
Ah, Clive.
Where there's a will. Ask about Origin first.
This is it then, brother. Indeed.
You're wrong.
Of course.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will. How?
the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Oh, this one might be really cool.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Oh, okay. Enough. Doris, what the hell do you want?
Sid, do you have a moment?
Are we gonna go kill
By
that
all
person?
means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than
I'll
leave them
go.
to starve.
After the 14 other side quests I do. Escort Doris to Balmung Dark. Oh, that's the arena that I went into. And I was like, oh, this is going to be important. Yeah.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray
Don't
there are
worry
still
about it,
bearers
Doris.
alive to save.
As do I,
Don't
Doris.
worry about it, old Doris. We got this. Nobody's tool. Okay, so Mid's dungeon. Dude, don't tell me this guy wants another... Dion?
Must we away? My decision is made. You said it yourself. He must be stopped.
He must.
Make ready.
Nice, that's a pretty good deal. If you were looking to get it anyways. Nice. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Okay.
What is it this time, Torgal?
What's up, buddy? In search of a lost home. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter. albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome. From a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Okay, thanks.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
So how much was it total? I think if you had to decide between a Steam Deck or a tablet, I would think the Steam Deck might be better. Just for like, obviously depending on what you want to do with it, but I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck can do whatever a tablet can. Maybe? I don't really know, honestly.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen our shelves haven't gone bare.
Yes. How long will it last?
Torgal, buddy, what's up? What are you looking at?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
Uh-oh.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Whoa.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Hey, dude, Torgal, if you want to go to Sid's grave.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Don't make me go back there.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Okay, well... Why'd he just go here?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Okay. Okay, so there's someone, Vivian's here we can chat with before we go. Go talk to Mid and get this other quest.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Especially if you were looking at getting one anyways. Yeah. Heck yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I've been looking at getting one as well, but...
Has Midadol mentioned a new
not that
project?
important to me. Wait, where the hell is this quest? Must be up here? Oh yeah. Oh, well then it's perfect for you.
I will not let them be forgotten.
Herman?
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous.
No.
I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held
Okay, the
captive
Bad Back
there.
Conservatory. This is where
It
we
was not
went,
a
and I was like,
place of
this
nurture.
seems important. Well,
It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel
good
to
news.
Ash
We're already going
and
there.
recover
Just
the
hop on board the
registry
Enterprise.
so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Or you could take Unky Byron's mode of transportation. His raft is still out there. No, I'll go instead.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I
My
won't let you
home.
risk your life.
Bad Back.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a
I
forest.
found it already. Don't worry
overlooking
about
the
it.
plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Ultima is just like, I've waited years for this. I can wait another 4 hours. It's just another 4 hours.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Mid, are you mad at me? You ran to the castle, not me.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need
Good
to
lord,
shut
the
yourself
Enterprise
away from
hasn't
everyone?
flew since
The Enterprise is already the
Final
fastest
Fantasy
ship in the
IV.
realm, and that's with the sea beneath her.
I could be wrong.
But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But
That's why
if
you
the
crashed
Godfather's
into the
offering to
castle
lend a
walls.
hand, I'd be happy to take it.
Full steam ahead, baby.
First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordill. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
Yeah.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
We should have Skies of Arcadia too. I've never actually played Scars of Arcadia because it's not real. I've never played Skies of Arcadia.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it.
Oh.
It needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
I know where you could find a
Most
light but
bones are the
durable
same.
bone.
Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Yes, I do.
And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
It's lived as long as it has and I have to go kill it? Dude, come on, we can find something better. Why do we gotta go kill that guy? Oh yeah, I've definitely heard of it. Just never played it. It was a GameCube game, right? And it was on the Dreamcast as well, I think?
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Yes, I said it once.
Please.
Don't make me say it again.
You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
Oh no, don't make me go talk to Tomes and show me my failure.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Here we go. Slapped in the face with my failure, once again talking to Tomes. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah. I would like to own a Dreamcast. It'd be cool just to have. Okay, Tomes, don't judge me.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates, there's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
The Pokemon?
Covetors of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people.
Why are we just hearing about these people now?
Disappearing again, leaving their
97% of the way through the game.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the Executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the Executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the Executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which...
And that's the other place in Ash that we didn't go to.
I have heard naught from
him. Every side quest has sent us into each area of Ash.
And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay, so that's everything here. Nice. Let's talk to Tomes just to get yelled at.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. What subject shall we consider today?
Okay, that makes a little more sense to me now. Oh my goodness, these are kind of crazy.
door to the shelves shall ever be open.
It's weird how I read like 3 things and I instantly understood Ultima a little better. I never picked up that Ultima wanted to put his soul in Clive. Okay, now let's go to the Allied reports and just see what we got to do over here now.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away. That'd mean the crystal...
Clive! Quick look.
1, 2, 3. Hey, only 3? That's not bad. Oh, it's Isabel. Okay, so this is learning probably the conclusion to Isabel and her problems. This is Lubar. Yeah, okay, that's not bad at all.
Can help.
Let's just go do some main quest. Or, main quest, yeah. Awoken from its slumber beneath the foundations of Twinside, the corrupted construct now looms over the twins, its form a bruise on the very heavens. We will not be going there. Let's go to Northreach. Come to Northreach, accept that quest, potentially finish one.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Yeah, just right here.
Nervous.
Why are you complaining, Clive?
Well,
Use
met,
your
Sid.
eyes.
This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
Yes. Yes, you've
You haven't
passed.
even started
Side quest
yet.
complete.
Now
Let's
listen.
move on.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You will need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Narrator. He probably let us down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
So all the bears can become something?
Right,
What do you mean?
Impress me.
Become something in the sense of what? They can use magic. No. 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 Only dominance can.
Faster!
The icon has to select you. The icon selects you and then you can you're its dominant. Bearers just can use magic. And like you said, bear the use of magic.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not.
Where is he? He's just dead?
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
I don't have Joshua anymore. I do have Joshua, never mind. You're in for it now, you piece of shit.
Too slow.
I gotta remember how to play.
All yours, Torgal.
Wait, Panda, did you buy this game? Dragon Talon. I don't remember. It's been so long. Were you playing this? I think you were.
Are you? Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Kestrel's what? The hell is this item? I'm assuming it's not good because I could have gotten this item a long time ago. Increases down thrust damage. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Where is he?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, as a... And
I mean, yeah, sure, but also...
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay, one down.
This won't be an easy decision.
Okay, I think it's...
Welcome!
I think it's time to just, buy these.
An excellent choice.
Holy frickin' money. Give me my potions.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants. An excellent choice.
Okay.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the
I do like a customer that knows what... Just give me the potions, lady.
I would speak with this.
I'm not here to sex everyone. Just... The potions will be enough.
Just now.
Your town needs you.
It's kind of crazy how I haven't really bought anything. And I still don't have a shit ton of gil to buy all the orchestrion pieces. Because they're so expensive.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Yeah, whatever.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you?
I don't know.
Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well.
We kill him.
Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would
Kill,
make him do
kill,
this?
kill, kill,
I would.
kill.
Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
Yeah.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
I missed all of that. So what are we doing?
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Well, that seemed a little sexual. Isabel? Are you asking for a threesome? Fine. I'm busy, but fine.
Your town needs you.
Where's Felipe?
Hang the Duke and his bloody garrison.
Hang the Duke, yeah. Now we're talking. Where's Felipe? Isabel invited us for a threesome. What the hell are you doing out here, you idiot? Ultimo would watch. He's a freak.
What does the dame have to you've heard then?
I know it for a fact.
So you're content to abandon the people to their... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to
I
keep
think
watch.
the land is crawling with
Even when our
fiends.
true enemy is hiding in the garrison. Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in
Forget that.
fermenting rebellion.
Isabel wants a threesome.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people.
Shut the hell up. Let's go.
Anyway, what brings you here?
Okay, I'll tell you
Our
what brings
mutual
me here.
friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man.
I
We've
think
had some
Felipe
reports,
is in.
You see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All
Are you
over,
flirting
too.
with me?
We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know
Okay, I'm done.
Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yo, Prince. A safe drive, dude. Felipe said let's rendezvous back here later. What does he mean by that? Is Isabel gonna be here?
Damn it. The reports were true.
Oh, that's fine.
I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Enough! Soil and stone!
It's so good.
Get him!
Oh no, there's more. Whatever will we do?
All yours, Torgal!
You think you can out-tier this damage? Come here, piece of trash.
Over here!
Okay. Kira's the strongest move in this freaking game.
Kill! Get him!
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south
Something.
of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
What do you mean by that?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father.
Hey, he
She'll
better
be
not
marching
die.
on the barracks if we're not
I'll be
careful.
pissed.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Okay, good. Good. We don't need a hero.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is
He kinda
their
looks like
sword
Mads
and their
Mikkelsen.
shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Survey says.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
They've no work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
I mean, the sentiment is nice and everything, but like, maybe stop calling her a whore. She's but a common whore. Yeah, we know. But we talk to her all the time.
And they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular
We're going through the
intervals.
gates of hell for her.
Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured, the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still won for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds.
Clive, are you serious?
Can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
To Oriflamme.
When it's over.
Till then, madame.
Yeah. Don't forget about that threesome. You offered. You offered. Wasn't me. You said it.
I want steel in the hands of every man.
Don't worry, I got this. Where are they? Where are they?
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Oh no, someone help us! Ah! Ah!
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Oh no, it's the Undertaker. Oh no, are these all gear monsters? Ow! Don't let the Kier monsters do anything. Okay.
Get him! Over here!
Not that tiny piece of trash. Oh my god, can we do something please, team? Joshua, hit him! Hit the guy that shoot magic at me, who's behind you!
Titan! This one. Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal!
Too slow.
Let darkness fall! Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal. Get him.
The blue beam of death.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared.
Well, hopefully
Better
they
hurry
didn't
back
have to
to
deal
town.
with the Undertaker.
Come on, Torgal.
Wouldn't it be fucked if like the whole town was just dead?
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence.
Okay,
Your
Mads.
Ladyship. I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
She was like, yeah, you too, Clive.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
Oh, he's going right there.
If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
They're both going there.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sandbreck, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
Okay, Isabel.
There's no need to worry any longer.
Where's she again? Just down here. I'll never come back to this town, and I finally just figured it out.
Just a little further.
Guess I could have came that way. Never mind, I haven't figured it out. Don't worry about it.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
What the hell does that mean, Clive?
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Yay! The Vale signboard. The emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed house of ill repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap or old money and new, lap against the opposing sides of a great wall. And more orichalcum. Completing this quest unlocked the hunt. What is this frickin' backseater? What is this frickin' sack beater?
Last one.
Get him out of here.
Just
Guards!
a little further.
Guards, remove him. Okay. Where to next? Whoa, here she comes. Wait, did more quests activate too? Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. She only comes out at night. She's a man-eater. Okay, so everything is here. We can do 3 side quests in this area right away. Let's go. I don't want to fight you.
Now, Torgal!
I know I could have probably killed them, like, instantly, but it doesn't have to happen. Okay.
The
Hello.
entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Which house would the nerd live in? Hello, any nerds around here? Who likes to read books? What a loser. What a loser.
His interests were certainly varied.
Yeah, I'm robbing his ass.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Bye-bye, nerd.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Are you the nerd that lives in that house?
We need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it? or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah. Yeah, these guys will stop me.
Let's see, shall we?
Yeah. Hey guys, I got a funny story to tell you. So I'm this person. I can do things.
Let's try.
Oh no, don't hit me. Nice to meet you. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Guards. Boy, they almost pried it from my cold dead hands.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Weirdos. Why are there so many weirdos everywhere?
Let's go.
Quest lines of side quests of weirdos. I want the tooth and nothing but the tooth. I don't want to fight you. Go away. Seriously. Find something better to do. I'm a busy man. Okay, this is where the Bad Back Conservatory was? I was here already.
I can walk from here.
I live here, actually. It's my house.
This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Today's exercises will consist of the press yard. 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace, burn intensity to be gradually increased. Live combat, 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
What kind of orphanage is this? Is this the orphanage where the cast of Final Fantasy VIII grew up? The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Nice.
Disposed of.
This place is great.
Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I will command them to tear me limb from limb. Nice.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
I'm looking for the big white tree. There it is. Thank you for the potion.
A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here?
Torgal, start digging.
There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see.
Torgal, buddy. You gotta find it. It was buried. The book. The book was buried there.
This must be the registry.
Why'd the registry get buried with him? Hans, Alfred, Franz? Farnzy? Paulina, Bruno, Johanna. Reinhard, Martha, Lothar, Dietrich. No one.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
There he is. He's like a big cannon.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose.
Hey, this guy looks different.
This place is cursed.
Okay, you can all suck it. Oh, you cannon son of a bitch, just stop it. Oh, when I get to you, you're getting these hands.
Get him.
I needed that. Too slow.
I didn't mean to do that. I was mashing. I was mashing.
Too slow. Stay hold tight.
Dude, I hate this enemy. I should be able to kill him here, though. Actually, probably not. He'll be close.
This one.
Punch him in the beans. Punch him in the beans. We'll heal through it. Who cares? Okay, he's dead. He's dead. What a stupid ass enemy. You telling me he was about to survive?
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Okay, not quite. Not quite, Clav, my boy. We gotta go into this arena area. Where we will be fighting no one, so don't worry. Don't worry. It was up through here, right?
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Don't worry, we're fine. You're panicking, Clive. We're the main character, don't worry.
It's over.
I like how they're just called fodder. Hello, Mudda. Hello, Akashic fodder.
This one.
Doris, cover me. Doris, back me up.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Righto.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Gotta keep my eyes open for signs of life.
Second! Go!
Wait, it does like no damage. Okay.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Of course. Of course they wouldn't have. Why would they? Oh, I saw you.
You're right.
You see the teamwork there? Joshua smacked him into me. Okay, Joshua, holy shit, he was dead. Oh, so pretty much was like...
They were feeding bearers to it.
Yeah.
This is even worse than I'd feared.
This just in. The world is shitty. No kill like overkill. My man primed into Phoenix for that kill.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers?
They get munched.
Even the Imperials take better care of their brand.
They get munched.
Nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Joshua! Come on, man! I was in the fire. Hi. Punch him. Doris, you okay? Doris, what are you looking at?
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true.
What has happened in the last 60 hours that makes you think this can't be
Bearers
true,
die every
Doris?
day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
All right. The jailer's key. Or, if you don't know that word, the goaler's key. don't see a lock anywhere on this door. Whoa, 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 wait a dang minute. Where's the lock on this door?
What we can find down here.
Interesting. It's a magical door. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting, Yoshi P. I'll be in your email tonight. I'll be sending you a strongly worded email for that door with no lock, yet the key opened it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
A survivor. She sounds close.
Nah, she should be fine. It's a monster. Just checking. Just checking. You never know.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Are you the monster?
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
You know, I actually think it would have been cool if, we just...
To run.
You're safe now. We won't let it hurt you.
Okay, so I was half right. I said we were gonna fight a behemoth in here as a hunt. It's not a hunt, it's a side quest, but there's a behemoth in here, so I get full points. Full points. Prediction. Check mark. Either way, I think it would have been cool if, we would have just... We heard about this monster through this whole side quest, and then we actually talked to her and left, and then it just became a hunt on the board, and we had to come back for it. Like, it wasn't a forced fight. I think that would have been cool. Either way.
They're waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Hello, you big shithead. He's a blue behemoth. Wait, it is a hunt. It is a hunt. I was full points. 100% a hunt.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Hit me. Jesus. Okay, boy does some damage. I'm dead. Just kidding. Everything I said about this was predicted correctly. I am hunting a behemoth in the Coliseum area. I was right. I called it. Okay, how does this go again? Block his ass. It did nothing. Blue behemoth. Where is he? Where is he? Hey.
Guess we're all ready.
Hit me. I can't see shit, by the way. Can't see him. He's too blue. The blue on blue action. I win.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
Could have used your help out there,
I'm
Doris.
fine. I think.
No.
Oh no, the blue hemoth is reading Chadwick's journal. What an invasion of privacy.
I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not.
I mean, I have a good feeling that he probably didn't put up a fight against that giant-ass
She's
behemoth.
looked after from now on.
But
It's the least I can do.
who am I? Who am I? I'm going to assume Blue Hemoth went.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows, but we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore, so we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Doris. Okay. Another one down. Don't care about this. I don't need that, whatever it is. Accessory. A new missive? Oh no. Do you mean a new missive? What do you mean a new hunt? What do you mean a new quest?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Stop giving me quests.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish. Herself being one such woman. The Genji gloves, what the hell are
You
these?
earned this. Come again. I may have...
Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. The island warriors of the Far East are said to claim a piece of the armor of a slain soldier following a battle, wearing it over their own until the next encounter, at which time they finally remove it. The warriors believe that the spirits of the fallen foe will now lend them their strength. Is 5% like that good? Vivienne, finish this side quest.
Vivienne.
Take your damn book.
I found it. The book you lost.
Oh, the places you'll go.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the Bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Scholar's Bonnet, Vivian Ninetail's scholarly headwear, awarded to her upon the completion of her studies at the University of Canberra. Give the men and women of this benighted world, yeah, okay, she just said that. Make them believe in you. As do I. Okay, a new quest is available nearby.
You should have seen him.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Does Ember deserve passing marks? Yes.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
I'm not going with
Soft
you,
as a
buddy.
brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. About time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders.
Wait, you just call me dumb?
Couldn't
It's the third time. Third time
Just
today.
don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days.
Yeah.
But that's why we need
See
men
that
like
big
Ember
thing
more than
over
ever.
there? You know? The
Men who
giant
can
mother
make the
crystal
best out
looking
of a
like
bad
thing?
situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Things don't always work out.
Thank you.
Reduces pile drive cooldown by 4.2. Brah. Pile drive is so good. I might put it back in, honestly. Over Yeah. I like pile drive just for the, pile drive's going back in. It's not that Sukin's good, but in this house, we worship pile drive. Are you shitting me? There's 4 more hunts? It's a Dragoon? I'm not even gonna look at the other ones.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
Yeah, what's up, Gav?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
Okay.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Yeah, Prince, I definitely think I know which ones you're talking about.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
Not just any good luck charm, you have to fight 14 behemoths.
One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen.
What do you mean? We have ambrosia.
But nothing. I try and track one down myself, only...
Ambrosia!
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Whatever. Whatever. We'll do it. I love all of you. But holy moly. We're gonna have to cut down on the side quests here. And there's another one of... Oh, and then Isabel writes us a fucking essay. Good God. Here, not long removed from the when last you placed yourself between us and peril. I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. When in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces. This time, we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? Is it this love that has united us and given us strength? Should every thrall, Akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret, we will not falter. We will fight, and we will win. Damn, Isabella got me all jacked up. Master Clive, I'm aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Gonna finish the game tonight? No, that's a big fat no. I wanted to finish all the side quests and hunts tonight, but I think that's a big fat no too. I started too late. Oh yeah, you're on vacation now, nice. pop up. Ooh, I want to see this new song I bought.
He's him, I tell you.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
What's up, Tomes?
I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations
Tomes is
with
a little
idle words of
starstruck.
greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue.
Oh, so is it the
The
flower
harsher the
that, like,
environment in which they are raised, the deeper
Sylvester
the color.
had the whole
There is a
time?
waterfall in Rickmal's roost
It's like
across
one
the
of
strait,
those.
where the flowers once
Like
grew
the
in abundance.
Sandbreque
Whether they
flower.
still survive there, I know
Sandbreque
not.
flower.
But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Sylvester always had that flower, and nothing really came of it. It was just like, okay, he has a flower and he's pointing it at people and giving it to people. So I wonder if that's the wyvern tail. Okay, are we done here? I gotta talk to Herman. And then we're done here.
If you've got something to ask, ask.
No.
Is that right? Off you go then.
Yeah, so I might just do all the side quests today, or most of them, and then the hunts tomorrow along with finishing the game. This is just a simple yes or no. Could I finish it tomorrow if I just went to hunts and story? Like, the hunts won't take long.
I suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat.
Okay.
What else could it be?
So this is like 97%. 97% through the story is actually 97% through the story. Okay.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Sid, did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been.
There's not really a lot of us left, so write your book, but we're struggling to survive right now.
Thank you.
Prince, I think it goes off of main quests. But, like, each main quest, I think, is, like, depending on how big the quest is, percent will look weird. Okay, next stop. Yeah, I would assume so. Dude, there are so many side quests still.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Dude, may I ask why I have these? Never mind. Never mind. Don't ask.
Anything else?
I've been playing the game on hard mode. I just haven't upgraded my gear in forever.
Grace, my lord. I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet, even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work, and know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you, your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will, and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
So I'm not completely sure. I would have to go back and watch the cutscene again, but the night before we go to Phoenix Gate, and he's talking to Annabella. I think at one point he's writing something, and then he stops. So that was the night before he left, he wrote his will. Sheesh.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
my lady. Perhaps you could explain a little more? What
Thanks,
exactly
Joshua.
is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Okie dokie.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Calm down. Well, hello, Silver Chocobo.
Ready, girl?
Ambrosia, can I just borrow a feather? Just for Gav? It'll really make things easy on me.
Eyes peeled, Joshua. Straight home now.
Found him.
There it is. For House Rosfield.
He's been alive for all these years, and now because she showed up, we're gonna kill him.
All yours, Torgal.
Nice try.
Over here!
This'll miss. No, I got him. Okay, good. There wasn't really a lot of damage though.
All yours, Torgal.
How'd you miss, Clive? Aim up! Ah!
All yours, Torgal.
That was for Papa Rosfield.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goritha will know.
Okay, let's just go here for now. We'll do this one. I actually feel like I'm overpowered for a lot of stuff right now, which is fine by me. I'm not like... It's definitely not a, oh shucks, I wish it was more difficult. No. No. 49, I think?
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
I'm looking for a turtle. Are you who I look for?
It looks like we found him.
Torgal, kill!
Sorry, turtle.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Dude, he didn't even touch us, Clive. Calm down. Wasn't that bad.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
Nope, just found these on the side of the road.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
An actual arm piece? What? Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, hell yeah.
The bands suit you well. It must
Thanks,
be
Cyril.
gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Come on.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
Straight home now.
Well, I'm sure this won't be sad.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
The heck was that?
We won't lay you down.
Onward then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Yeah, that was a cool quest. That's a cool quest. Archduke Elwin's helm worn during his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising. War is coming, my boy. We must make ready. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. He's been with me for like 15 hours. The hell do you mean he's suddenly joining me? Okay, cool.
It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna actually row somewhere. This boat had meaning. Torgal, buddy, let's go! Joshua, you staying here or you coming? No, you're gonna stay there? Okay.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
Just a joke, buddy.
I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Flips it.
This place hasn't changed at all.
New area?
Rookery's right through those trees. Come on. That feel good, boy. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Oh.
help me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up.
Oh, this hurts. It hurts.
For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Oh, okay. That was a tough one. Strong Torgal. Clive's old sparring sword salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Iron Blood invasion 18 winters past. Good lord.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
We are ready. We are ready to go back home. We're going back home. Torgal, buddy, just go hang out. Oh, that side quest hurt me. Oh, it's just so good. So good. It's just the thought of thinking of Torgal. Just like thinking Clive and Joshua are both dead. So he brings the pieces of them back to where they used to hang out. I guess Clive's armor and his sword, where they would hang out all the time. Oh, game? game, I'm telling you right now, you gotta be some kinds of fucked up to have something happen to Torgal after that. I'll never forgive you. I'll never forgive you. You know, all the side quests, that last one there, made it all worth it.